Hi everybody, my name is Carly, I am 19 years old, and welcome to the No Strings Attached podcast. This is episode 2, so welcome to those of you that are new today, and welcome back to my subscribers. I want to start off by saying thank you to everybody that subscribed to my channel. I now have hit 30 subscribers in a week. Thank you all so much. I truly appreciate it, and I love that you enjoy my content. So I'm going to start off with, I got my knit crate for May yesterday, the Knit Crate May 2020. It was in collaboration with Rebecca from ChemKnits. So it was a dye your own yarn kind of situation. I'll put a screen cap here of the picture that they had on their website for the neutral box, which is what I ordered. So I just wanted to show you. I already dyed the yarn, by the way. I'm not going to open the knit crate in front of you guys on camera, but I just wanted to show you what I dyed. So this is the first skein that I did, and it's got just some nice pops of orange and some purple speckles in there. And I can't tell how well the camera's picking this up right now. I'll be able to find out then, but I got a fuzzy. Like on this side, there is some nice color breaking. There's some red speckles in here. There we go. Right around in there. I don't know. Maybe I can get the camera to focus. But it's right around in here. There's some red and some yellow speckles, and you really can't tell unless you're in person, because like the speckles are so tiny, and like I don't have a very good camera, so it's not gonna pick it up very well. Plus, you know, recording outside, it's pretty overcast today. It might possibly rain, so I wanted to get out here early. Yeah, so this is the first skein that I dyed. It's just, you know, a white base with the orange splotches and then the purple speckles throughout. This yarn that I got from Knit Crate is a 75% merino, 25% nylon yarn base. It's from, I believe that the yarn this month was actually from Dyer Supplier instead of Knit Crate themselves, due to the whole COVID-19 thing. Speaking of which, due to COVID-19, I actually didn't get a physical box. I just got a mailer in the mail yesterday. It came with, obviously, 2 hanks of this yarn. It came with 2 packets of Kool-Aid, which the flavors were orange and grape, which is hence why I have orange and purple in my yarns. But, yeah, so it's a fingering weight yarn. 75-25 merino nylon blend. I think it's roughly 413 yards. It might be 437, I'm not sure. But yeah, so this is the second skein that I dyed after that one. So basically, once I was finished with the first one, I just took the leftover Kool-Aid packets and I just mixed them together, and it gave me this nice purpley brown shade. So this one also has some color breaking of like some red speckles and some yellow speckles. That might have been due to the fact that I added extra acid into the water when I pre-soaked my yarn. I did 4 tablespoons of white vinegar within my pre-soak. I let the yarn soak for about 15 minutes. It was just lukewarm water, and then I squeezed it out, laid it out on some plastic wrap on the counter, and I just dyed the yarn. And then I wrapped it up with the plastic wrap, put it into a bowl, and then put it in the microwave for 4 minutes in 2-minute intervals. I don't know what that noise is. I want to apologize if you guys hear any background noise. I don't know what that noise is. But also, you know, the birds and stuff, and I have the a metal forgery right down the road, so if you guys hear that, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is, you know, the yarn that I dyed from Knit Crate. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it just yet, because it is a fingering weight, and that is very, very thin for me. Usually the thinnest that I'll go is like a light 3 weight, like a mandala or something. I'm not really used to super fine yarns like that, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. If I'm gonna make something with it, if I might just hold on to it for a while and then figure something out. I'm not really 100% sure. We'll figure it out as it goes. On the next thing that I want to talk about, I was watching Crystal from Bag O' Day Crochet, and she had a 20 questions tag, so I thought maybe it would be fun to do that so you guys could, you know, get to know me a little bit better. I have the questions written on a clipboard and just some plain lined paper so that, you know, I don't forget what the questions were. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So the first question is, what does your name mean? So my name means little and strong. I don't know where that came from. I just Googled it because I actually didn't know what my name meant, so I Googled it. Number 2 is, where are you from? So I'm from Allentown, Pennsylvania. It's a fairly large city in the southeastern side of the state. It's not as big as Philadelphia. It's nowhere near Philadelphia. Philadelphia is actually about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive, depending on traffic. Yeah, so where I currently live, Allentown is maybe like 10 minutes away from where I am. Not even. It's like 10 minutes away on a bad day. But yeah, I'm from Allentown, Pennsylvania. So number 3 is, where are you born? As well, it's the same answer, Allentown, Pennsylvania. I was born in Allentown 19 years ago. Lived in Allentown until I was about 12, and then we moved to Catasauqua, and we've been living here for, I want to say it's going on 6 years now. My math is really bad. Don't quote me on anything. No, it'd be going on 7 now. Yeah, it's been almost 7 years. It'll be 7 years in August, I believe. Yeah. But question number 4. What would your parents have named you if you were a boy or a girl? I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't know what my mom would have named me if I was a boy. I could have probably asked her before I recorded this video, but she's sleeping right now. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning where I'm at, so I didn't want to wake her up for just a question like that. Number 5 is, what is your biggest accomplishment? For 100% sure, my daughter Aubrey is my biggest accomplishment. I love her so much. She is the best thing that ever happened to me. If it wasn't for her, I don't know where I would be right now, honestly. But yeah, I love my daughter. She's great. She's definitely the best thing that has ever happened to me. So question number 6 is, what is your eye color? So my eye color, I guess you could technically say it's hazel, but my eyes change color depending on, you know, my mood and what I'm wearing, you know, makeup and stuff. They change from green to brown, and they really just, you know, stick between green and brown. They don't like turn blue or anything. Okay, so Question number 7 is, what is your favorite candle scent? My favorite candle scent, for sure, of all time is November Rain by Yankee Candle. If you have never smelled that candle, it smells, it's so hard to explain. It literally smells like when you're outside in the forest right after it rains. Like, you know, the leaves are all over the ground and everything's still damp, and you can just smell the rain. I don't know, I might be crazy. I might be crazy for saying that, but if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. Like, this is the best candle scent that I've ever smelled. Like, it's, oh my god. So, question number 8 is, can you cook? I mean, kind of. Like, if I tried to, like, cook, you know, like, Thanksgiving dinner, it would probably turn out terrible, but, like, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, I can, like, brown hamburger, and I can fry an egg, I can make an omelet, you know, I kind of, like, I can, and I can, but I'm not the best. Like, I would probably make something really crappy if I tried to make an entire Thanksgiving dinner, honestly. So, question number 9 is, what is good about your life right now? Trying to find the most positive thing going on, considering the circumstances. Being in quarantine, you know, this the whole social distancing thing, you know, being stuck at home on lockdown. Surprisingly, me and my family have barely fought. It's a little surprising, considering that we've literally been locked inside of the house with each other since the beginning of March. I don't know how we're doing it. I don't know how we're getting along so well, but it's happening. So, yeah, that's probably the best thing that's going on in my life right now. If you could, that's the first thing that I can think of, honestly, that came to my head. So, number 10 is, what is your sign? So, my sign, I am a Taurus, obviously born May 18th, so, yeah, I'm a Taurus. Question number 11 is, what scares you about aging? I honestly had to sit and think about this one for a minute when I first read it, because, like, I mean, I'm really young. For some of you, you would consider me really young. I'm still a child, according to some of you, but I don't know, aging, it doesn't really scare me. Like, I'm not worried about getting old. I'm not worried about having gray hair. I'm not worried about, you know, getting wrinkles and, I don't know, just getting older. It doesn't really bother me. I think, honestly, the biggest thing about aging that really scares me is, you know, as you get older, you get closer to passing away, and obviously, you know, once you die, you can't see your family anymore, so it's probably what I'd be most worried about, is not being able to see anybody anymore. Number 12, what is your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is definitely Halloween. Everybody can argue with me on this. Halloween is the best holiday out of them all. It's just my favorite holiday. I love dressing up and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. It's Halloween. You can be crazy. Okay. Alright. Number 13. What is your guilty pleasure? I'm probably gonna get made fun of really hard for this, but, honestly, my guilty pleasure is Nickelback. And I don't know why everybody makes fun of them so bad. Like, I don't know if anybody really understands what I'm talking about right now, but Nickelback the band is like a huge meme. Like everybody makes fun of Nickelback, and they're like, oh, they're so bad, they're so bad. I'm like, but why though? Like they're actually kind of good. Like I enjoy their music. I don't know. Question number 14. What is your favorite show to binge watch? Definitely, 100%, hands down, Supernatural. Supernatural. It's my favorite show ever. I'm gonna insert a photo right here of a very infamous scene from Supernatural. I literally got that same tattoo. I'm going to insert a picture of my tattoo. It's on my back, so I won't actually like show you on camera, because like it's like up towards like back of my neck, and I can't really just like pull my collar down. But yeah, I have a tattoo based on a show. I also named my daughter after one of the characters in this show because I really like this show. It's not her first name or anything, so like, you know, I'm obviously Aubrey. You know, that name's not in the show, at least seasons 1 through 14. But yeah, my daughter's middle name is Amara, which is the name of one of the characters in Supernatural. There's a little spider. Get. There's a little spider, dude. Yeah, so I love Supernatural. Number 15. What is one thing you can't leave the house without? I'm just gonna be honest right now. I may be 19. They may have raised the tobacco age to 21, but I'm a cigarette smoker. I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 15, maybe 16. My mom smokes cigarettes. My fiance also smokes cigarettes. We do not smoke around our daughter, I will say that. We smoke outside. But yeah, it's definitely my cigarettes. I can't leave the house without my cigarettes. I always have my cigarettes in my pocket, no matter where I am. Doesn't matter if I'm leaving the house, doesn't matter if I'm going from my bedroom to the living room, doesn't matter if I'm going from the living room to the bathroom, my cigarettes are in my pocket all the time. So number 16 is, are you a morning person or a night owl? I am for sure a night owl. I know that I said that I'm recording this at 9 o'clock in the morning, but that's because I've been up all night. So yeah, definitely a night owl. Number 17 is, what is your favorite genre of movie? I definitely love horror movies. Horror movies are my absolute favorite thing. If I had to pick something else, it would probably be comedy movies. You know, like, I don't know, I'm an uncultured swine. I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't watch a lot of TV. I stick to the internet because I stick to the internet. I don't know. So number 18 is, what is the last thing you bought? Cigarettes. Yep. 19, are you an introvert or an extrovert? So I personally could not answer this question. So I was sitting right next to my fiance when I was writing these down, and I looked at him, I'm like, am I an introvert or an extrovert? And he said that it depends. And I guess, looking back on myself, you know, how I interact with certain people, I guess, you know, yeah, it depends, you know, certain people, it depends on how certain people are, you know. I'm a very spiritual person, and I can pick up on, like, you know, and everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, rolling my eyes right now, but I can just, like, pick up on people's vibes, and, like, if they just have, like, they just give me, like, a weird feeling, I don't know, I'm not really so willing to just, okay, wonderful. okay, I'm not really willing to just, you know, be super outgoing and like want to be your friend, or, you know, like actually like be trying to talk to you and start a conversation with you. This is, you know, based on meeting me in person and stuff. This isn't based on how I am on the internet, because on the internet I'm more willing to be, you know, nice and outgoing and, you know, want to talk to people, because it's not really like a face-to-face interaction. But it definitely depends on the situation. I can definitely be an extrovert. I'm definitely more so of an introvert, especially now with this lockdown stuff. I don't leave my house unless I absolutely have to. Just gonna be straight up honest with you, and honestly, I think it's the best situation. You know, they want us to stay inside. Alright, I'm gonna stay inside. I wish I could be at work, but I'll stay inside. So, final question, number 20. What is your favorite book? I don't read books. I know it sounds so bad, because, like, I should be reading books, but I don't. You know, I'm on the internet a lot. I don't really read books. I don't really watch movies. I don't really watch TV. Like, obviously I read because, like, I'm on the internet. You have to be able to read to be on the internet, but I digress. But, yeah, that's all 20 questions from the 20 questions tag. I'm gonna stick that up there so that I can move on to my next thing, which is gonna be, I don't have any FOs this week, unfortunately. I would move into FOs right now, but I don't have any. I do technically have one, but I'm not going to show it on the channel because Holly from The Crop of Pineapple just made a new video about how the designer is not very fond of the attention that has been brought to her pattern, because there is a paid-for version versus the free version, and obviously people are going to go for a free version of a pattern more so than a pay for. But I did finish my blueberry popsicle shawl. Unfortunately, I can't show it on the channel, but I'm also not going to enter it into the cal just because, you know, it's almost over. And also I don't want to, everybody else was only putting in one entry, so I'm not going to, you know, be that one person to add a second one right before it's over, just to try and get that extra chance of winning. So I guess I'll just move right along into my whips. So the good old Walmart bag. That other whip that I showed you guys last week, the Big Scoops, the Lion Brand Big Scoops shawl. Haven't touched it. Don't plan on touching it anytime soon. Don't know why I even showed it to you guys. Probably because I need to be held accountable for all of my whips. I have so many, it's not even funny. But I did stick to my word on starting the Elena wrap. I literally just started this earlier, and when I mean earlier, I mean at like 2 o'clock in the morning last night. So I have one color change. That's it. One little color change. This mint pattern went on for like 6 rows. Now I'm just getting into this teal color. I have a whole nother cake of this inside. So this is gonna be a big wrap when it's finally finished. I'm working this with a 5mm, just like in the pattern, I think. I don't know, I grabbed a 5mm because it's a mandala, and that's what I use with mandala. So yeah, that's that one. That's the Elena wrap. And this one I started because I bought this yarn specifically for this project that I had in mind. This is, you know, as you guys saw in my last video, this is the DK colors, the Everyday DK, not the DK colors. This is the anti-pilling Everyday DK. This is in the mustard color that I bought. You guys saw I got 3 skeins of the exact same color, so obviously I had a decent project planned. My plans for this, I wanted to make a cropped sweater that kind of you know, like hangs straight across on the shoulders. Like it's not like a regular kind of, you know, like a t-shirt like this, where it's like this. I kind of want it to just like stop here and go like this. Although I did scribble down some notes for my original idea, and my original idea, it's like a regular sweater with like 2 buttons right here. I might stick with that. We'll see how it goes, but there's dog hair all over it. So basically what I did here is I started with the ribbing. I chained 11. Then I did a single crochet, and then I did half double in the back loop, and then I did single crochet in the 3rd loop, and then I just repeated half double in the back loop, single in the 3rd loop, until it measured 14 inches. This is 14 inches. So this is the back panel. I'm getting tangled here, hold on. This is the back panel, so this is the bottom, and then I'm working the single. I'm now onto the single row, or the solid rows of just the panel. It's you know, it's kind of like this, only I'm not working into the back loops of the 3rd loop. It's just single crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until it measures 13 inches was my measurement for where I wanted it to stop, although I might have to look into that. I mean, it is the back panel, so it's the back. I might have to change that, so it might end up being longer. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. But that is my only other whip that I have. So I want to show you guys something that I made not within the past week, from my previous video, but before that. These projects I made out of Premier Parfait. I love this yarn. It's super soft. It's a pain to work with, and I literally have it in black and white, so it's even more of a pain to work with because I can't see my stitches already. And then I just decided to pick the best colors. Yeah, so basically I came to find out that this yarn is amazing for eyeglass cleaners. So my fiance is really into video games. He's a PC gamer, die hard. He has a VR headset, and he was constantly asking me for my microfiber cloth that I use for my glasses lenses, because the lenses in his headset were always getting dirty. So I was like, okay, well, I have this fuzzy yarn. It's 100% polyester, so like, and it's like super soft, so why can't I just make a rag out of it? So that's what I did. I made this really big rag for him. So basically I think it's 20 or 25 stitches across by however many rows. It's like a 7 by 7 inch square. It's double thick. So I made 2 squares and then I just slip stitched them together. And then, because I wanted one for my glasses, I made a mini one. This is 10 stitches across by 6 rows high, and then this is just like a little chain 8 slip stitch into the next stitch or whatever, so that I can hang it right by my computer, which is literally right next to my fiance's computer. Yeah, so after I made these, my fiance came to me and he asked me to make a thing for when he's playing on the computer. It's like a rest, like a cushion for his wrist or whatever. So I was like, okay, sure, you know, I've still got plenty of this Premier Parfait. Do you want it in white or black? So he asked me for it in black. So I think this is I want to say this is 15 stitches across, and then I did 11 rows. This is 11 rows tall. And then what I did was, because I wanted to, you know, have padding in it, I put foam interfacing in between the double thick layers. But instead of making 2 squares and sewing them together, I basically just crocheted 11 rows until I crocheted until I was happy with the size. Turned out to be 11 rows. Crocheted another 11 rows, folded in half, crocheted it into, I crocheted up one side and then across the top, left it open like a pocket, stuffed the interfacing in, and then sewed it shut. So now he's got this cute little thing for his wrist. And yeah, it's super soft, and he says it works really good, so I'm gonna believe him on that one. The itch. I'm just now remembering, I forgot to mention what size hook I was making my back panel for my sweater out of. So, as you can tell, this is really, really tight, and I'm using a DK weight yarn, so I need a really small hook. This is 3.125 millimeters. I'm like 99.9% sure that this is the smallest hook that I've ever worked with, and honestly, working with it in a DK weight yarn, it's not too bad. I would probably use the same size if I were to consider working with the fingering weight, depending on what pattern I use. Obviously, if I follow a pattern, I'm gonna use whatever hook size is recommended, or whatever hook size it takes for me to get the gauge. So, yeah, I might end up having to use this one because I'm a really, really tight crocheter. As you can tell, this is a thicky boy. Yeah, this is gonna be a really thick sweater. This is definitely gonna be a winter sweater, even though it's gonna be a cropped sweater. It's definitely gonna be too hot for the summertime. But yeah, that's everything that I have to show you guys for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like my content. Hit the notification button so that you never miss an episode. Like the video if you like the video. Dislike the video if you dislike the video. You know, go